Lemila and Poffenbarger line it up, and we're off. Straight off the tip, taking it to the basket. Okananwa had 27 points the last time they faced off against Ohio State. Here she is on the baseline, patient with it.
Here she is guarding full court as well after that great play.
And we'll see Jelani Cambridge take a three early, and she knocks it down. Jelani Cambridge with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Turns around, her jumper, and she finds a way to put it in. Strong off glass. Jelani Cambridge out to Watson. Another three! They have 4 here early. They're a perfect 4 for 4 from behind the arc, and they get a takeaway here. 2-on-1, Gray to the rim. That's the 3rd turnover for Maryland. Oh. But the takeaway from Okananwa here, and she puts it in. Kylie Kitt's in the game for the first time. Came back from injury in their last game against Oregon. Cambridge off balanced, and it doesn't matter.
I love the execution of a quick screen. She reads it so well, comes off of it, finds her spot, knocks it down. Beautiful basketball.
Just gear zone. Okananwa gets into the paint. Extra pass underneath to McLean, who goes off glass for 2. Cambridge is just so quick. She can't hit there. Offensive rebound for Kitts. Spinning. No. Here comes Poffenbarger. And she draws the foul. Saylor Poffenbarger.
It's Ohio State women's hoops. Enjoy, everybody.
We welcome those joining us after the Rutgers-Maryland men's game. 24th season for Brenda Freeze at Maryland. Head coach Kevin McGuff, he has had 25 or more wins in each of the last 4 seasons. He's at 22-3 right now, ranked 8th in the country. Here's Kennedy Cambridge on the drive. Offensive foul, it's heading the other way. 3 minutes to play in this opening quarter, 29. The Ohio State lead, looking for their 2nd win over Maryland this year. Here's the freshman Wilson for the outside, who gets it to go. That's the Terrapins' first 3 of the game.
And a great one, in and out, wide open. She had her feet set. Great execution by Maryland.
The Terps are on a 7-0 run, and they force another turnover.
We're getting into the end of conference, and there's a lot of fatigue in a lot of teams, but especially in this matchup here where there's so much energy and pressure. It's going to be interesting to see, who keeps up their energy.
On the other end, Martin off the rim. Bounces around, but Walker gets the rebound. Okananwa can't connect down low. But it bounces off the Buckeyes' foot, but look out! Martin coming in from behind with a huge block. Gray, transition three!
She is on fire.
And they're showing it early here in Columbus. Poffenbarger can't connect on the three. Todd gets the rebound. Buckeyes pushing, but Cambridge will set things back up with just over 30 seconds to play in this first quarter.
Even with that shot with Poffenbarger, that is a high percentage shot for her. It just doesn't seem to be connecting with Maryland.
Cambridge. Pure. 9 first quarter points for Jelani Cambridge. 5 seconds. Poffenbarger gets called for the travel.
On the Ohio State team.
At the last second, Cambridge banks it in!
And the great thing about Ohio State is they have multiple scorers that at any point can put the team on their backs.
Maryland did cut Ohio State's lead to 5, but the Buckeyes held the Terps scoreless for the last 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Cambridge jumper's no good. She had 12 in that opening quarter. Here's Wilson. Her shot is short. Cambridge up ahead. Lemila. She gets her first points.
She moves the ball so quickly, Maryland hasn't even gotten a chance to get back. And then she's facilitating the ball and getting it to Lemila with a quick, nice layup. Ohio State has had great coverage from their post players down there. And she's had 2 or 3 people when trying to get a layup.
And Coach Kevin McGuff told us this morning, that's the biggest key for them. They want to out-rebound this team. Here's Cambridge, gets it out to Kennedy Cambridge. In the corner, Gray, she stays high. And here comes Mack and the Terrapins. And I love that from head coach Brenda Free. She's challenging them. She said, you either want the smoke or you don't.
And I love it. She's saying, no, we need to play our game.
12 points for Jelani Cambridge. Kennedy Cambridge, driving baseline and floats it in.
Great pace Ohio State's having with their offense.
And they double team Mack here.
They're taking exactly what the defense is giving them.
Poffenbarger opts for the mid-range, in and out. McLean trying to put it back in, but her teammate, Okananwa, there for the cleanup. Ohio State gets across half court, and they get it into the hands of Chance Gray. 17 points for the senior from Cincinnati. Poffenbarger trying to get this offense fired up, and she gets the foul, +1. And Poffenbarger completes the 3-point play. Cambridge trying to get it back to Lemila, shooting just 26% from the field. 2 of 9 from behind the arc.
Ohio State has a really nice advantage with having a good sized guards where they can switch on and off on defense, as they have been doing here in the past couple possessions.
Poffenbarger just tosses it behind her. On the move, Gray to Kennedy Cambridge. Oh, what a pass back to Gray, and she's fouled.
Getting to her spots. She's just doing such a great job. And I do think that Kennedy Cambridge, Jelani Cambridge are also doing a really good job.
She knocks them both down. She's up to 19 points. Her season high is 23. Let's see if Maryland can respond. Trailing by double digits in the first half. Ohio State almost gets the takeaway. Addie Mack down low. Bucket in the foul.
You know, into her offensive game, she's very reliable on defense. Just a great addition for Maryland.
4 of their guards out with knee injuries, 3 with torn ACLs. Here's Cambridge on the drive. She makes it look so easy. But Maryland quickly getting down on the other end. Back to Mack. 1 dribble. And she pokes it out of bounds, including Kayleen Smikel, preseason All-Big Ten selection. So this Terrapins team has dealt with a lot of adversity this season and still ranked 20th in the country.
Yeah, and it's tough, but it's that next player up mentality.
Cambridge draws a foul, she'll head to the free throw.
Is really coming out, like I said, in her role. I think that comes from the confidence that you get from your coach.
In talking with Brenda Freeze, we asked him, what did you do after that loss to Oregon? Because the next game they did bounce back and they beat number 12 Michigan State.
Slowing Maryland down, not letting them get those transition offensive threes that they love to get.
Late shot clock. McLean doesn't get it off in time. A shot clock violation. And this Ohio State offense has just been fueled by the combo of Chance Gray and Jelani Cambridge. Gray floats it up, can't hit it there, but the 2 of them combined for 34 of Ohio State's 43 points in this first half. On the other end, Okananwa. Quickly hitting down court, Cambridge, no. Gets the offensive rebound. Todd driving, and again can't finish. Poffenbarger fires off the back rim. Another chance for Maryland. And a whistle, it's staying here. Number 5 Vanderbilt, a miss. Facing Kentucky and North Carolina battling it out with Duke. That'll be a good one. Maryland off the missed free throw. It's possession back with just over a minute to play in this first half. Here's Gear Zone. Fading away, leaves it short. Here comes Cambridge with a minute to play. Todd back out to Watson, her 3! That is the 9th Buckeye 3 of this first half. Maryland will have the last possession, 15 seconds remaining. Open 3, Walker, yes! A much needed bucket for the Terps. But Cambridge will let it fly and leaves it short.
Getting to the free throw line, watching the ball go through the net, and then just going off of that.
Ohio State will start the third quarter. They're shooting 55% from the field. They're shooting even better from behind the arc, 64%. As they roll a jump ball, it'll be Maryland possession. She is up and ready to defend. Addie Mack at the point. Here's Gear Zone, looking to kickstart this offense, and she hits the 3 to open the second half scoring. She's coming off a 19-point performance featuring 5 triples. Cambridge on the drive, and she'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2. And she does a great job of getting to the free throw line as she hits the first. And she already has an impressive resume as a sophomore. She has over 1,000 points scored. She's averaging 22 on the season as she goes 1 for 2 at the line, a 2-time Gatorade Player of the Year. She has just been shining in her first 2 seasons at Ohio State. Maryland breaks the press. Gear Zone kick out. Gets it right back. Gear Zone off the front of the rim, but it's an offensive rebound for Maryland. They did a better job on the glass in that second quarter. Poffenbarger lines one up. Okananwa, another chance. Again. Ooh, and Maryland just can't catch a break. And this time, Ohio State finally getting possession. Cambridge, oh, what a move!
Wow. Man, she was
With style.
in the air for about 10 seconds, it felt like.
And here she is again. This time, gives it to her teammate Watson, too strong. Here's Mack. And she'll set it back up. 20 wins on the season for Maryland. McLean inside. Kick out. And Mack hits from deep. But right now, Lemula down low. Couldn't get the finish. And the Terrapins having a little bit momentum. With just over 6 to play. Cambridge almost with the takeaway, and it looks like she bumped her ankle.
She is the head of the snake. She really brings them a lot of who they are. So really hoping the best for her.
So the appeal was 9, and it's Maryland ball. Yeah, Kennedy Cambridge second in the country in total steals, only behind Hannah Hidalgo at Notre Dame. So she certainly brings big energy on the defense for this Ohio State team. Garzone, though, lining up a triple and knocking it down for the Terps. It is a 7-point lead for Ohio State. And Maryland gets a takeaway here. Okananwa on the drive, and she's fouled. She'll shoot 2. In 2024, the ACC 6th Player of the Year. She's the ACC Tournament Most Outstanding Player last season. She was 1 of 2 from the line. 77 and counting on the season. That's good enough for 12th in the country. There was a game earlier this year. She hit 7 of them. Good move down low. The cut from Gray. Back and forth off empty possessions. And it's an offensive foul. Cambridge goes down. There was contact to the face. But regardless, it remains a common foul. And Ohio State has possession. And their lead is just down to 8. And it's another Maryland takeaway. Okananwa patient with it and puts it in off glass. And Jelani Cambridge coast to coast. It was all Ohio State in that first half. But Maryland trying to get themselves back in it. Here's Poffenbarger for 3 off the front of the rim, but the offensive rebound, that's the 15th for Maryland in this game.
Mismatch right there with Poffenbarger, and not anymore.
She's defended by Martin, but it doesn't matter. Wow, sigh of relief for Ohio State, because that did not look pretty for a brief moment as she got carried into the locker room. Watson, quick trigger. Here comes Poffenbarger and the Terps. McLean going into her defender, no call. Mack will set things back up as the shot clock reset back to 20. Mid-range, and it's good off the hand of Addie Mack. Almost a bad pass from Kennedy Cambridge. Deep 3 off the rim from Gray. She's hit 5 of them today. Poffenbarger out to Garzone. Inside pass, and Okananwa's foul. Heading to the free throw line. Okananwa hits the first
on defense, and then it's translating into offense as well.
And it's a 2-point game. The beginning of the game, the opening basket when they led 2-0. Here's Jelani Cambridge. Fading away, and she'll shoot free throws.
And Ohio State really just needs to stay with their defensive principles. They've been doing a really good job throughout this game need to stay intact.
The Terps trailing by 4. In the corner, Max 3 is good. Here's Gray. She had 19 in the first half. Cambridge on the move, right to the cup.
And her first step is just so quick.
Okananwa. And she gets whistled for the travel. Ohio State won the first meeting between these two this season, 89-76. They have the lead here. Kennedy Cambridge way too strong. Kits wide open underneath. Addie Mack has 8 points in this quarter. The freshman gets it to Garzone. Her 3 is good. Just about a second separating game clock and shot clock. The handoff back to Cambridge. And she's fouled with 6 seconds remaining.
So many different options in her back pocket when it comes to getting to the rim and finishing.
This is the free throw. She was second in the Big Ten in scoring and third in free throw attempts. And that one rattles in. 6 seconds to work with in this third quarter. Poffenbarger is going to have to hoist it from half court off the back of the rim. She made one of those in shoot-around today.
Yeah.
Maryland looking to avenge their loss earlier this season to the Buckeyes. But Jelani Cambridge doing it all for Ohio State. She's up to 25 points. And she was responsible for 12 of the team's 14 points in that third quarter, either scoring or assisting as Lemila can't finish underneath. Maryland looking to extend their win streak to 4. Driving, Okananwa. She will shoot her 8th free throw of this game.
What I love about Okananwa is that she came in, and defense being one of the main things she was meant to focus on. Aggressive, you have to be aware, especially if you have 3 fouls when you're going in for that dig, to not foul.
Wide open, Lemila couldn't finish. And now Okananwa is going to have to take a seat on the bench with 8.5 to play in this fourth quarter. It's a 1-point game in Columbus. Mack calling for it from 3, and she hits! Maryland with their first lead of the game since the opening bucket. Looking to upset number 8 Ohio State on the road. Cambridge, no. Poffenbarger with the rebound. Mack up ahead. And a blocking call, fouled on the Buckeyes.
Saw that she was wide open because she drew the defense into her.
Addie Mack with 3 threes. She's only a 22% three-point shooter. Lemila almost had it. Terps with numbers. Poffenbarger, yes!
Seems like every time Maryland makes a 3.
Gray on the drive, can't put it in. Cambridge comes crashing down. Addie Mack down the baseline, up the rim. Lemila had the rebound, but it was stripped. Oh, what a finish underneath. McLean in for 2. That has made a huge impact in this game. Cambridge jumper too strong. And Maryland looks to slow it down here with under 6 to play. Ohio State still has not scored in this fourth quarter. Cambridge trying to get a steal. Garzone with the finish near the rim. Yeah, physical, great way to describe that drive. The 6'3" guard out of Israel transferring in from Indiana. Gray, nice move to get underneath. 4 Terrapins in double digits. Mack wants the ball, but Cambridge comes away with it. Jelani.
Woo. That was saucy. Man, that was pretty.
Always got to add something to it. And Kennedy Cambridge
not fouling because, again, you come down to this close and you want to have those players.
Huddled earlier. Brenda Freeze challenged her squad. Well, here's another opportunity for Ohio State to get back in. Cambridge denied. Swatted away by Mew McLean.
With her defense.
Here's Kitts. 5 to work with for Gray. Kick out to the corner, extra pass, Cambridge 3, it's in! Ohio State has stormed back. They trail by 3.
With both of these teams, we should expect that back and forth battle, and this is exactly what we've seen today.
2 key players playing with 4 fouls for both sides. Okananwa for Ohio State and Kennedy Cambridge for Ohio State, or excuse me, for Maryland and Ohio State. And in the corner, that's the 5th 3 for Garzone.
Maybe a higher percentage when she's shooting guarded rather than, being more open.
Gray off the inbound. She has 23. That matches her season high. But she hit 5 threes in that opening half.
She's been here. She's done it. She's not afraid of those big moments.
14 fouls for each side in this fourth quarter. Jump ball. It'll stay Maryland basketball. These 2 teams are wanting to play their best basketball right now. Over the last 5 years, Maryland has done really well in the month of February. 25-5. Getting them prepped and ready for postseason. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Poffenbarger is going to have to throw this one up, and it's in!
What a shot. I love to see that part of basketball as well.
And Brenda Freeze told us that this is a close locker room, this Maryland squad. They feel for each other, they celebrate each other, they hurt for each other. And here's Cambridge trying to get Ohio State back into it. Watson up is on Mack. Garzone missing 3 threes on this possession, and it still is going to stay with the Terrapins.
With those rebounds that we know Maryland does and gets.
So many second chance opportunities. Garzone again has gone cold from behind the 3-point line, and some feistiness underneath. Fighting for the rebound.
It looks like Gray's arm got a little stuck, and Okananwa was doing a really good job coming in and getting those rebounds, getting the ball back out. So we're gonna have to see how Maryland's gonna, adjust to not having Okananwa in there.
Here's Jelani Cambridge. She wants the ball in her hands, but instead, she's gonna give it up to Watson at the top of the key.
What a shot.
It's a 2-point game. Fans on their feet inside Value City Arena. Addie Mack working around this defense. The freshman, no, and Kennedy Cambridge gets the rebound and a foul. Cambridge misses the first free throw. Misses both, but she's fighting for her own rebound, but it will be Maryland basketball.
Come down to the battle of the boards, and of course, taking care of the ball.
And Maryland cleaned up their turnovers. And it's a turnover here. Maryland getting back on defense. Ohio State with an opportunity to tie or take the lead here with less than 30 seconds to play in Columbus. Kitts, wide open, top of the three off the back of the rim, but Jelani Cambridge gets an offensive rebound. Doesn't get a good look. Kitts, she's fouled.
Wow, and a foul. This is going to be very big for Kitts. Pressure free throws here.
She hits the first. Kylie Kitts, a 77% free throw shooter, but has missed 6 games due to that shoulder injury. You see the sling on her shoulder. Her first game back was against Oregon. She misses the second, but gets her own offensive rebound. Kennedy Cambridge spinning, no! And it's heading Maryland way.
We know Ohio State has such good pressure.
They couldn't get it in last time. They do this time, and they will foul right away. There is still an opportunity for Ohio State. Misses the second. Cambridge gets the rebound, and Kevin McGuff calls a timeout.
And see what she can get. We know she can attack the rim really well. Maybe she gets to that free throw line like she knows, like we know.
And it's only a 1-point lead. Any basket would win it for Ohio State. You certainly don't want to send them to the free throw line. They get it into Kitts. It's blocked by Gearzone. Pushed out of bounds. Stayed Buckeyes basketball.
You got to get it in and get it up.
They get it into Cambridge. Jelani for the win. And it's Maryland who hangs on and upsets the Buckeyes in Columbus, 76-75.